Welcome to the 22 Lions Podcast, your daily blueprint for writing, publishing, and profiting from books. Today we dive into Narrator chemistry, 5 steps to direct an audiobook narration that actually sells, and how a small targeted rewrite plus a short direction session can lift listens and improve conversions. Here's the hook. Many authors treat narration as a checkbox. They pick a voice that sounds nice, upload the files, and hope for sales. The costly metric you should be watching? Chapter 1 completion rate. If fewer than roughly 30% of listeners get through Chapter 1, narration is frequently the bottleneck. That's lost audiobook revenue and missed reviews, and it's fixable. In this episode, I'll lead you through a practical 5-step system grouped into 3 focused sections: casting and script prep, directing and QA, then monetizing the performance. At the end, you'll have an immediate 10-minute audition checklist and a first session script you can use today. Stay with me. This is the exact system our production team uses to turn a weak sample into a top-performing audio product. Section 1. Cast for fit and prepare a narrator-friendly script. Casting is not about picking the prettiest voice. It's about fit and range. Ask whether the narrator has experience with your genre and listen for range across 3 readings: straight narration, a short emotional beat, and 1 character line. For demos, ask them to read a 60-second passage with 2 different emotional tones so you can hear flexibility. In the script, remove ambiguous punctuation, mark speaker changes clearly, and add phonetic spellings for unusual names. A clean, annotated script saves money and time in session.
Let's break this down. Start every audition with the same 3 lines: 1 neutral paragraph, 1 emotionally charged line, and 1 short dialogue. Then ask for a cold read of a tricky name or place. You want to hear whether the narrator can be consistent under pressure. Tip: include a line that requires subtle pacing changes, a sentence with a parenthetical aside or a dash, and watch how they handle it. If they rush the dash or bury the aside, you know pacing will be a problem in full sessions.
Script prep is half casting's partner. Convert stage directions into short notes for the narrator, not long paragraphs. Use explicit pacing markers where you want to pause, and remove internal jokes that rely on timing only the author understands. Add phonetic spellings for names and regional pronunciations, and create a 1-page character map that lists each character's core traits in 3 words. This helps the narrator choose consistent vocal choices across chapters.
Here's a tight session workflow you can run in 60 minutes, 10 minutes of warm-up and mic checks, 30 minutes of batch recording for short sections, 15 minutes of directed retakes, and 5 minutes for notes and next steps. Time box every element so you don't pay for exploratory takes. When directing, use short, repeatable direction lines. Don't give paragraphs of notes. For example, slightly slower on the first clause, then breathe and reset. Or lean into warmth on the 6th sentence, keep the consonants crisp. Those short lines are actionable in the booth.
Section 2. Directing and quality assurance. Direction is where the performance becomes consistent. Use 3 direction lines that work almost every time. 1. Try that again with half the speed and more space between clauses to fix rushed narration. 2. Add a touch of warmth to this sentence. Imagine you're telling this to a friend to enhance listener connection. 3. Give this character just a little bite, shorter vowels and firmer consonants to separate voices without caricature. Say the direction once, then have them read the line twice, a corrective take and a confirmatory take.
When you proof chapters, use a 4-point QA rubric: presence, pacing, clarity, and technical cleanliness. Presence checks for consistent energy and breath placement. Pacing measures whether sentences and paragraphs allow the listener to process ideas, especially important in nonfiction. Clarity means names, numbers, and pronouns are unambiguous. Technical cleanliness covers room tone, mouth noises, and edit artifacts. For each chapter, assign a pass, minor retake, or re-record. If more than 20% of lines need retakes, stop and consider a one-pass script edit rather than endless boot hours.
Section 3. Monetize the performance and validate changes quickly. Don't silo narration into the audiobook file. Create micro-trailers, 60 to 90 seconds, using the narrator's voice, pulled from book highlights. Use those clips for ads, newsletter embeds, and sample promos on audio-first platforms. For validation, run an A/B test with a single re-recorded chapter plus a promotional clip. Measure sample-to-purchase conversion and chapter completion increases before committing to full re-records. This prevents overinvestment while giving you hard data.
Quick case study. We had a mystery author with flat early listens. Chapter 1 completion sat at 26%. We did a one-page script rewrite to simplify parentheticals, ran a focused 45-minute direction session, and produced a 75-second micro-trailer. After publishing the revised chapter and campaign, the sample-to-purchase conversion increased 22%, and Chapter 3 listen-through rose 17% within 4 weeks. The investment was 1 hour of session time and a short edit, far less than re-recording the entire book, and the ROI was immediate.
Immediate action. Here's your 10-minute audition checklist and the first session script to use today. Checklist. 1. Send the same 3 audition lines to every narrator. 2. Ask for 2 tone reads of a 60-second passage. 3. Include a line with a tricky name. 4. Confirm studio setup and sample rate. 5. Set payment and retake policy up front. First session script. Opening direction lines. Let's warm up with this neutral paragraph, then the emotional beat. For the retakes, I'll ask for the corrective take and then a confirm take. Use those lines to save time and get focused results.
Here's the lion's truth. Small, targeted direction and a tighter script beat long, unfocused sessions. If you want us to run this process for your title, casting, a tight direction session, QA, and a micro trailer, we can handle the whole pipeline so you get measurable lifts without guesswork. Write it, publish it, profit from it.
That's your step-by-step system for today. Apply it and watch your author business grow. If you want a done-for-you version, visit 22lions.com/production to learn how our narration and production services can run this exact process for your title. Publish like a pro. Profit like a lion.